Hello guys, welcome back to our next randomizer. Sorry, I did have to cut out the opening credits on this one, but this is Final Fantasy V. We're playing on the SNES version of the game. We're going to keep with Butts as our main character. And this one is an open world randomizer, so I will not be playing the story for this one. Unfortunately, there was not a story version of the randomizer available. I only had access to an open world one, but c'est la vie, that is what we roll with. FF5 does not get anywhere near as much love as it ought to. Okay, so our jobs starting off are randomized, and we start off with mimics. No other jobs are available. So, default ability on a mimic is mimic, which means I am going to have to manually set everyone with fight and item, so that, well, if you don't start with fight or item, you're literally only mimicking, and you have to have actually done something to mimic, so you'll just be sort of soft-locked in your battle if you do not do that. I may have learned from experience. Don't have any items to begin with, except for a warp shard, which is used to walk between the 3 different stages of the world. Oh, and we get 3 potions. Yay! So let's just double check our configurations. Weight battle, medium speed, reward multiplier. Okay, so that must be XP multiplier. I have it set to 2. Command window, we'll stick with that. Encounters currently are off. Sound is not going to make anything, and I'm going to put the screen a little bit blue because I like the blue. So I've got Butts, Rena, Gullif, and Faris. I did actually adjust some of the character names. So I think Lena, it's either Rena or Lena. I honestly don't remember what the PS1 version runs with, and that's the version that I played first. So I'm more familiar with those names. Particularly Krilly, Kryle, Karu. She has the most variation in her name. Okay, we get a luck mallet, copper armor, a bronze shield. So we've got a little bit of an armor upgrade. And we randomly have Relena as our main character and a mithril shield. So a little bit of armor upgrade. We're currently just rocking some leathers and a knife. And that's about all those mimics are going to be able to equip. What else can we loot from this castle? I believe there's something else we can loot from here. So FF5 I have actually played quite a few times, honestly. Played the PS1 version a few times. Some gil, a chain whip. I don't think my guys can equip that though. Stop. Ooh, power drink. Neither of those are currently useful. So I did play the PS1 version. I know I'd had a couple of full story playthroughs on that. And then I played the GBA version. And now I also have the Pixel Remaster version. Gold helmet, nice. Don't think that is an upgrade. And obviously now playing the SNES version. I've done one randomizer of this previously. That is available on my channel somewheres, and I did half a playthrough playing the Japanese version of this one because I was just curious to see how they dealt with a couple of key, I guess, cutscenes. So I was curious on how on earth they dealt with Faris. Holy crap, this thing is motoring. Forgot they put the ship on hyperspeed. Now, I believe there's some stuff I can loot from in here. I'm going to put encounters on for a little bit, because enemies I know have set to having a random drops. So, whoopsies, don't hit fight first up. Don't hit mimic first up because you cannot mimic nothing. So the enemies will drop randomized items. They have randomized steals as well, I believe. But obviously I am not stealing anything at the moment. Not with a pack of mimes. So literally all I can do is hack and slash at the enemies. Do we get anything interesting out of these enemies? No. I'm not going to be getting a job level on the mimes anytime soon, not with their 999 CP requirement. Alright, and we got the enhancer off the Hydra Ghost. So that's what that little check was. Ah. Now, out here, there was that little doorknob on the wall, which should open up the access to the treasures. So loot everything, nice and easy. Thief's Glove, Gale Bow, okay, and some Gil. I like the Gil. Gil will be good. Because I do, again, have it set so that I can potentially get things like job classes out of chests. Oh, well, not out of chests. I can as well, but out of shops. Okay, there's nothing there. Is there anything out here? No. It's just a viewpoint. And none of these pirates are going to give us free stuff, so it's off to the first town. Oh, get the hell out of the... I guess you go back and forwards. So, object of this randomizer will be to defeat the final boss, Exdeath. To do that, we have to actually do a couple of checks on each of the worlds. That's just in the settings that I have it. So I have it where, for the moment, I'm stuck in this world, and I will need the adamantite to progress to the next one, because that opens the teleporter to the next world. And then in the next one, I will have to defeat Exdeath in his castle, which will require a little bit of work to drop the lasers guarding the castle. Okay, so we've got first beginner town here. We're going here because there's a whole bunch of free loot to be had in the beginner house. Now, you do have to say yes to this person, even if you've done a ton of randomizers, because if you don't, she'll kick you out of the house, quite literally. So after we've dealt with the goblin in the box here, with, I guess somehow you take the goblin outside the castle, outside into the fields. Avis Killer. Okay, so goblins drop Avis Killers. And we have Crystal Helm. We've got an ability. So we can now use Magic Sword level 2. However, that's not super useful because we also need the black magic spells to be able to use it. Mithril Spear. Yes, I have opened the box. Exdeath in World 2 is an optional boss. Defeating him will weaken Phase 1 of New Exdeath and reward a random key item. It shouldn't be optional in the settings I have. I will listen to what you say about key items. So key items may be obtained from boss fights where a blue flash occurs. Many are intuitive, but some may require explanation. The steamship key allows access to Karnak via Ruined City Catapult, north of Jakol. Okay, so the steamship is a one-time dungeon. The first ship is the Karnak steamship with a door. Okay, so we're a ship hiding out there. The Hiryu, or Windrake Core, and Submarine Key will reset vehicles upon World Shard use. Barrier Tower in World 2 is accessible via the submarine, not via Zaza's fleet. Pyramid Page does not yield any boss checks, but many items. Moogle Suit and Mirage Radar give access to those villages, which do not yield boss checks, but have shops and rewards. Anti-barrier allows access to Exdeath Castle for a boss downstairs, but the bracelet is also required to access the transformed castle. So that's a lovely little NPC if you're thinking of doing this. He just told you a whole bunch of where the checks are in the game. Obviously there you can go look at the wiki as well. After completing the game, watch for the code of the void. This will allow you access to the Phoenix Tower, where you can defeat weakened magic pots for shit tons of XP. Defeating Necrophobe location will award the player a new Warp Shard location. I believe that might be the Warp Shard for a super boss. Tablets are both used for access into the Rift and for rewards in Kuzar Castle. Defeat bosses for high value rewards and key items. Collect 4 tablets to reach the end of the rift. So we do also need 4 tablets to get all the way through the end. In Kuza Castle, rewards are listed for their full progression line. The player will receive the next in the line. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that entails, but Omega and Shinryu have weaknesses. Villagers in Mirage and Moogle Village will inform you. Ah, have they randomized their weaknesses? I don't think I said that, but I guess it's not something you can change. Many random rewards are progressive. I have it set so that they are not, but the default setting is that they are progressive. Normally you would have to get Fire 1, 2 and 3 in order. Omega and Shinryu are now only for the challenge. No key items are held by them. And I have to talk to you to let me out again. So Beginner's House normally would have a whole bunch of useful hints and such for a beginner player. Some free items, Heavy Spear. In here it's also true, but some extra hints for Randomizer. Okay, some abilities. I can get the Trainer job class for 8k gil. I only have 3k though. Observe and Black 1. So, Trainer, I'm probably not going to save up for that, because I don't feel like it's going to be super duper useful. Oh, 150 gil. Woohoo! That feels almost normal for where that chest should be. Stop moving. Red Mage. That's a nice little ability. That's useless because I've picked up M Sword 2 already. Time. Haste is not included in Time 1. And I don't actually know what Agility does, because that's one's a different translation to what I've seen. So I'm also not going to be spending the money on that. What else? We've got Silverheart, Guyan Bell, Plumed Hat, Tiger Mask, which I cannot buy, Antidotes, and Tents. I'm going to buy... Let's go 3 Tents. I probably will never ever use these. But that is it for what I can afford in here. Now, I did happen to acquire a few extra items, so let's upgrade our guys. That's a significant upgrade in your strength. So I'm going to split up my equipments so that at least we can have a bit more defense. So some people are going to be defensive. Can I equip that there? I didn't think I could. And Butts, you can get the bronze shield and gold helmet. Oh, I have a relic. Nice, I didn't. So that's extra agility and extra defense. Nice. So we'll be trying on some early game bosses. First early game boss is all the way up here in the Wind Shrine. I remember... Well, I know I didn't remember. I forgot to put the counters on. So we're being attacked attacked from behind by some nut eaters. Make of that what you will. But these squirrels, even when being hit from the back row, well, mostly die. Oh, I forgot to equip my rod weapon, which would actually be more damage. So Faris has got pretty good attack with his weapon. Hey, 60 kill. Do these guys drop anything of use? Judgment Staffs! Hell yeah! Alright. I was right to put randomized. Okay, so if you do have randomized enemy drops, you might end up with OP weapons. Oopsies. Did not mean to hit back out there. Such as Judgment Staffs, where everyone's attack is going up to 60. Just have a safety save there. So, if you want a challenge from the randomizer, do not have enemies have random loot, because it pulls from all of the item drops, and if you get lucky like that, you will pull ridiculous loot. 180 damage. The boss in this is going to not be... Yeah, not exactly easy. Alright, let's put the encounters off so we can breeze through this dungeon. 9,000 gil. Oh, I can afford some stuff now. Won't do the heals. There's an item, Maiden's Kiss. That's useless. Well, I mean, if I ever get toaded. Not too much toads in this game, thankfully. And I can sneak around here and pick up this circlet. That's an upgrade, probably. Alright, bosses are randomized. So, Birdo, what do we get? It's supposed to be a statue that comes to life and it sails us with gales. Ah, we get Shiva and her ice commanders, and I'm glad I saved. I might regret not taking the time to heal. So they are scaled for this point in the game. Doesn't mean that their attacks don't hit hard. I'm a bit sad that Faris is out for the count. Ice, that's Lena dead. Single target, there's no way she's going to survive. Am I going to get a game over? We've got 2 guys left. As long as Shiva does not... Well, she dies. As long as she didn't use an AoE attack, I was going to be fine. A little sad that 2 people were KO'd there. And they get a whole bunch of levels. No items. So there was a blue flash there. That indicates that was a key item check. And we got the 4th tablet. Only 3 more to go. Now, there's a secret passageway. Normally, you would have to have a thief in your party, but randomizer settings, they allow you to auto-run from the beginning and see passages. It's just a lovely little quality of life. Update Ice Brand, Javelin, and upgrade to Magic Sword, and a Morning Star. Oh, and a Flame Whip, and a Chain Whip. That's what we get instead of our jobs. Alright, well, there's going to be a very quick... I know, I don't even have to go to town. Because there is a farther convenient full heal there. Alright, Prince, the power of wind continues to weaken. And they'll pray for the revival of the crystal. Good for them. I'm not entirely sure if we actually do revive the crystal. So that's that nice easy boss done. I actually need a key to get into here, I'm pretty certain. So I'll double check. Oh no, I don't need a key. Hello. I'm going to save. Just in case. Interesting. That's where it was. Just in case it has a boss that decides to one-shot me or something. Sometimes if you do happen to have a boss, it might, even though it's weakened, just the way its attacks work, might scale. Actually, do I want... No, I want encounters on, just to see what the enemies are like in here. It might scale that it happens to have abilities that are just very nasty even at low level. And see, I've got double the HP on Lena and Faris. So I would like them to get a little bit of levels just so they have some HP. I could probably put all the wand users in the back row, honestly. There's their levels. No items off the squids. Do we get squids or do we get the other encounter? We get the Octokrakens. That is the other encounter for this zone. Because this canal is infested by large, aggressive sea life. Skill up, no items off you. No Genji equipment or anything super duper broken. Okay, so we've got the Whirlpool, and normally this would be the carry. Oh, it is not a fight I particularly want to see, actually. So this is a potentially very obnoxious fight. It is an enemy what can use status ailments. So hoping that the Windrake plant, or Dragon plant, Hiryu plant, whatever the hell it wants to be called, plays nice. So it'll bring up these... There's a Cursed Pollen. Okay, that's the nasty. So it brings up these guys. They protect it, put it in back row status. But I believe the wands ignore back row status. And it'll just cycle through the little buggers around it. They will do things like Darkness Pollen, Charm Pollen. Oh, I did not want to see that. Okay, I'm going to gun and hope I can kill off it. Okay, it does not automatically die when all the flowers, when the big plants die. I'm still gonna have to take out them. Okay, Butts, good hit. Butts, you just need to hit before Galoff gets another shot. And we are good. He got knocked out of the charm by another charm. There's our victory. So that's right, that can be a very dangerous fight, that confusion. And we got level ups. Poor Rena, she's going to be falling behind a bit on levels now. But, oh, Phoenix down, that's nice. Shrine page. Okay, so it allows access to the underwater shrine, I believe. Hello, 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 we've got these, and we are back to full HP. Excellent, free heal. Whew. I will just very quickly look at what the encounters are like here. See what they're like, see if I get any drops out of them. From memory, there are, I think, 2 encounter groups in this, what's it call it, Ghost Fleet. So there'll be this one, and then there'll be a boss at the end of this. AP at the moment is absolutely useless, so some iron equipment. And we're going to pop the encounters off now. Iron is definitely not an upgrade. Now, which way? This is a bit of a maze, this dungeon. Hello? That's a world map. Oh, okay, so you can't actually pick that up in this, I don't think. Probably because you have it by default. Okay. Do we go down here in... Oh, I can just swim over that. Interesting. Bio sword magic. Okay, so we've got some sword magic. So is the sword magic going to be separate? Okay. I thought sword magic was related to the black spells that you had. Anti-magic bow. That might be useful, but we do have Avis Killer already. So the anti-magic bow is probably not going to be that great. 1k gil, I'll take that. See, these dungeons go much nicer when you don't have to deal with encounters. Some beds. Yeah, we'll catch some few Zeds. That seems so colloquial, a translation. Alright, we've rested up. I think this is the changing room. Yeah, that was where Lena goes to get changed. And Faris doesn't want to change in front of the boys. Because they don't want to reveal that they are technically female. But I have to go and hit something, don't I? No, I go down here. But the rest of the party are pretty pragmatic. I mean, you're stuck in a haunted graveyard. You're really not going to care about one of your characters being trans. Like, let's be honest. Especially when they're a kick-ass swashbuckling pirate. Oh, we've got Chocobo Summon and a Magus Hat. Hey. Those go. Faris kicks butt. We want him in the party. Alright, pop, 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 pop. Somehow opening the treasure chest raises the rest of the ship. Don't question it. And then hop all the way over here and face something. Oh, Guardians. Oh, that's actually, that's not good. These things, so the way these things work is they cycle through being vulnerable. Okay, one of these 4 is vulnerable. I do not know which 4. These aren't as much of an issue when you have AoE attacks. I'm gonna get a game over here. And can AoE to work out which is vulnerable. Okay, so it's the bottom one, and it's just gonna cycle through. One of these is vulnerable. So I am dead. Well, where did I save? Outside of the canal. Good. That is where I will stay. I'm not going to redo the boss that's in there, because that automatically puts me back into the graveyard. which is over here. Reason why I don't want to do that is because I am not equipped with abilities to be able to deal with those crystal slugs very well. And holy moly, those things were dealing a significant chunk of damage. I'll just double check that I don't have better equipments for people. Ooh, definitely want better equipment for you. You are getting that circlet. And... oh, you can use a Morning Star. Well, you will use a Morning Star. Everything else is better. Okay, Galuf also does not have much in the way of defense. So, Morning Star is an upgrade. Technically, I think I can put that in the back row. And now I have to reset everyone to doing Mimic. Okay. These things also seem to be dishing out a decent damage. Hopefully that Morning Star is not super inaccurate either. Alright, Galuf. 176. Nice. Let's go. The Barettas are dead. Berettas, whatever the hell, spiky boys. And save, because I'm still a little squishy. I'll save the tent. I can save the tent for midway in here. In fairness, I do remember those Berettas are fairly significant for the point of the game. Okay, 80 damage on the Morning Stars, not amazing compared to the Judgment Staves. But I am not going to farm enemies for drops. Because I do feel it might be a little bit cheesy farming high tier weapons to sell for purchasing of stuff. I'm just curious to know what the enemies drop. So, chest is up here. What do we get? Slugs and a cat. Gala cat, or... I feel like, they are sometimes called gill cats, these ones? And the rock garter, or rock slugs. So FF5, because it has a couple of official translations, some of the names of enemies are a bit wonky. Alright, Shiva. But we can't use summon magic, so Shiva's no good. Alright, last encounter, I promise. Deal with the Gala cats. They're going to be no problem. 82 XP, nice. No items dropped. Okay. So pop that 0 encounters back on. And because I saw the entrance way up there, I know this way is the dead end. Arrow 2, blue magic. Hi, that's a pretty decent spell actually. If I could use blue magic. So I can get my abilities for using commands either through chests, shops, or key item rewards, or I can get them naturally from actually leveling up the job classes, if I were to get the job classes. So this is the only screen where you do not ever want to use the run, because you will run into those poison thistles. Because I didn't remember. And those tents I bought. Holy crap, I have gotten a few items there. Tent up, heal up. And there's going to be a boss in here. Hello, boss. What are you going to be turning into? Oh, gargoyles. Oh, again, that's not a great... Oh, what's that says? You poison. Huh. You. So, okay. They absorb holy. Okay. I have one person who's going to be hitting them. I think I'm going to be... Can I, Yeah, okay, cool. I can switch out that. Okay. So who was that? Butts and Faris can do that. Everyone else is gonna have to be defending. Okay, Mesa's got a really wild damage range. That's their gimmick. So they immediately revive themselves. So, again, we've got another boss who their gimmick is hit him with AoE or you're screwed. I have no AoE, so I'm screwed. Also doesn't help that my best weapons happen to heal the bosses. So, I think that this is the point where the episode's going to end in a rather ignominious defeat for some supposedly low-level bosses that oughtn't be too hard, but just because they have mechanics where you're supposed to encounter them late game, doesn't work when you don't have the certain abilities very well. So, are you guys actually going to be able to kill off Relina here? Maybe not. Fusion. Okay. So, maybe I can wait until Fusion. Except now I have no... What the heck? Okay, I guess I can't wait until Fusion. So, how does the Fusion work? Maybe it's actually a heal, because honestly, I don't think I've ever seen them use that ability. Or if I have, it's been so long. Come on, kill off Lena. So I can end this episode. 1 HP, and they're finally annihilated. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Until next time, and hopefully with better luck, this is Type This Out. Have a good day, guys. Bye.